Hello, we're going to make a video, and this video will demonstrate how to create a virtual Python environment that will have the Python packages Pytorch and Torchvision on the Lehigh ECE HPC Teaching Lab platform. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, first thing we're going to do is we're going to type ls-la. Okay, this will show I got a bunch of directories you probably won't have. But .conda, that's where the virtual Python environments are going to live. And if you're not sure about what I'm talking about, don't worry about that right now. We'll get to that. And then I'll just clear. I'll type ls here. And you're going to see two directories, and one's called environment scripts. And I'm going to, this holds the environment scripts that are the latest, greatest environment scripts on the machine. And I'm going to do a change directory into environment scripts. And there you can see the different environment scripts that can be used to set up to run various packages. Okay, so what I'm going to do actually, because you see that thing called environment scripts, you may not have that on your ID. If you have that, and environment scripts is pointing, let me try this. I'm going to do it. Okay. Okay, so if you have that, environment scripts is pointing to local project setup info scripts. You can just sit back and relax as I do the next part here, or skip over it. Okay, what I want to do is I want to show how to create that environment scripts directory pointing to the local project setup info scripts. So I'm actually going to remove that. Oops. So I have to get rid of that. There we go. So they got rid of that pointer. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to clear this so it's easier to see. We're going to make a symbolic link. You can do that by typing ln-s, and then we're going to go to /local project, and then setup info scripts, and then we're going to type in env scripts, and that stands for environment scripts. Okay, now if I type ls, you can see that environment script directory there. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to run the Anaconda environment script. So, and we're actually sourcing it. So we're going to type cd env scripts. I'll type ls to look at what we have here, and we want to source that one that says Anaconda. So we'll type source Anaconda. So what I have to do is in front of Anaconda, so you get to see me do this warts and all. So in front of Anaconda I need to put /. So that means in this directory right here is the script. Now if I run that, what you're going to see on the left hand side of the command line now is the word base. And what that means is that I am in the base environment of the Anaconda. Okay, so I'm in the base Python environment. In the base Python environment, I can type commands, conda commands like conda list, and it will show me all the packages that are in the base environment. And seldom do you ever run your code on the base environment. Unless you've got some real simple code, you're probably going to need something that isn't in the base environment. The main purpose of the base environment really is for being able to create virtual environments. So now in order to see what virtual environments we have, I think the command is conda env list. Okay, so it shows I've only have one environment on my inside my Anaconda, and it's the base environment. What I want to do is I want to make a new virtual environment that's going to have Python, Pytorch, and Torchvision. And the way I can do that is now that I'm in my base environment for Conda, I can type Conda, create, and I'll say -- name. I have to give my virtual environment a name, and I'm going to call it, not very creative, but I'm going to just call it Project 1. Project 1. No spaces there. Okay? And now what I want in Project 1 is I'm going to type Python. There we go, Python. So I want a full package of Python in there. I don't necessarily have to do that. I could say, oh, just give me I'm going to use like the base environment Python, but that can get tricky because your packages may not be compatible. So I put Python in there. I don't care what version. If for some reason you're running code and you have to have a certain version, say you have to have 2.7, you have some old code, you can type equals 2.7, and that will force a 2.7 version of Python to be installed. If I don't put anything there, what's going to happen is Python is really intelligent, and what it will do is if you put other packages, for example, I'm going to put something called Pytorch, okay, and then I'm going to put something called Torchvision, two different packages. It might turn out that because of dependencies, Pytorch and Torchvision might have to run on Python 3.2. The default package on this machine is Python 3.9. It will figure out that it needs Python 3.2, and it will install Python 3.2, which would be compatible with Pytorch and Torchvision. Now, I'm not sure that that is the actual Python version we're going to need here, but we'll go ahead and we'll hit enter, and let's see what happens. Okay, so then I'll hit yes. And now it's going to go through the process of installing Pytorch and Torchvision. You hear our puppy barking there. The mailman always brings our puppy okay, we're all done. Brings our puppy a biscuit, and so our puppy's always very excited to see the mail lady. So, okay, so they were all done, and so that's all it took to create the virtual Python environment. Now I can type to be able to use that environment. I type conda activate project 1. And now if I type conda list grep torch, let's see if it's in there. Okay, there's Torchvision and Pytorch. Okay, so that's all it takes to create the virtual environment. And so I hope this was helpful, and thanks for listening. Oh, to get out of here, you just type exit. That'll take you out of the Conda environment. Okay. Oh, also, if you just want to drop back to the base, you could type deactivate. If you type deactivate, it'll just drop you back to the base out of the project 1. Okay, again, I hope this was helpful, and thanks for listening.